Yeah.
Okay, back for part 2 of episode 18.
Yeah.
Got caught short there, didn't we?
Yeah, we got caught into, cut.
The eye, brain, synapses,
The eye, brain,
perception, projection.
Yeah. So, the eye anatomy. I mean the inner eyes I'm talking. Yeah. Which is also your two eyes, what they really actually do. But you can watch, even a YouTube video how your eyes will work. Because it's excellent explanation there. It will change your perception forever. Yeah. It's like, wow. Even your optometrists, they know, yeah. Oh, there you go. You're doing okay. So
Sorry, Mom.
Yeah, between the two eyes, yeah. It's this movement, yeah. Of course, now I'm not gonna do it in proportion, yeah. The vision in your eyes, you have to get yourself how you get to this structure, because that's how the eyes work, yeah. It moves from one eye from the other, it moves from the blueprint into the template, and from the template into the blueprint, yeah, because the eyes, yeah, that's how they move from one to another, yeah, and this is what it does. And it doesn't see an image outside, because it projects in the back of your head. There is a screen in your consciousness, and that's how you form all the images. So it's still within your being. Yeah, and you can watch a video about that one sentence that I just said. So it's still within you. What the misunderstanding comes is when you filter, because seeing means understanding. Yeah. So when you take your focus and you place it outside of yourself, then you form this illusion. When you place it outside yourself on circumstances, yeah, take your focus, because you forget the screen of your consciousness is in the back, in your inner landscape. There's the screen of your consciousness, yeah? Think of here like there is a screen, and there's called your inner landscape. And in there, you receive impulses, images, yeah? When you impulses, images, what else do you receive from inside your being? Inspiration. Actually, you will receive life itself in many forms and shapes within your being, within the screen of consciousness. Huh? What gives you the appearance that something that you're actually looking outside, yeah, and there is a reality outside, is the fact that now you're filtering this pure or direct perception. This is happening within your brain, in the back of your brain, yeah, even structurally, even anatomically, physiologically, whatever, yeah. When you filter this direct perception through belief system, lack-based belief system, it feels like the images or the images of anything that is coming from outside yourself, which is the illusion. That's illusionary. That's shadow universe. Now you know. Yeah? So you have the real screen of consciousness, the natural one. Then you go outside, meaning you're filtering your direct perception through lack-based belief system. Yeah? Which means through a narrative of any kind, or that you adopt, or it's being given to you, you have a distortion perception of this inner landscape. It could look very, very real, yeah, and yet, look at my diamond here, my God. Okay, so you end up in the shadow universe with the social engineer persona within that template. Yeah. And then you get, what do you get? You get heady. Yeah. You have, what did I write in here? While you were sending me the link, I made some notes. Yeah. You overthinking. You start overthinking. Yeah, because you're taking clues from what somebody else is saying, somebody else is believing, or what you're believing in, and you're not aware that they are lack-based. Yeah, you're starting to freak out that you don't know what you're gonna do. Yeah, you get the masculine side of you starts to go in over analyzing, and it gets, what does it get? Overwhelmed. Feminine side of you gets lost in this whirlpool of emotions. Yeah, gets lost in feelings. So the masculine and the feminine side are out of whack. Yeah, they start whirlpooling, out of balance. Why do they get out? Why do you get out of balance? Yeah, because you no longer, your attention is where? In the structure of the masculine, in the living library, in the all-knowing. All you need to know is within your being. Yeah. And then the expression is received in distortion now. Yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna do next. Yeah. You get into your feminine side gets into the whirlpool of feelings. It gets into the world of what? Thoughts. Thoughts and feelings. There you go. Thoughts and feelings belong to where? Shadow universe. Why do you get overwhelmed and out of whack? Because you, thoughts and feelings, are 17 seconds late to the here and now moment, like we talked about. Yeah? Because they do not create your reality. They are only indicators. They're indicators, folks. They're only indicators. What do they indicate? What do they indicate? The direction of your focus. That's all they do in consciousness. They don't do anything else. As a tool of consciousness used properly, yeah? Directions of your focused, meaning Lack base. Something is missing. I believe right now something is missing. I'm missing something. I don't know what to do. They indicate, they're only indicators. You see? So now, okay. So you arrived there for whatever reason. Yeah, somebody said something to you, somebody cut you into traffic, they jump into your lane and you got out of whack or out of balance. Yeah, means you're out of alignment. Yeah, lack-based, the arrow. What does it tell you? That you are out of alignment. Yeah. With what? With this knowing that you're the living library. You see? You're receiving now information rather than knowledge. Information's being informed is not the same as having knowledge. Information doesn't always equal knowledge. Not at all, actually. Okay, so you get out of whack, and we do, yeah, because life happens and it's no big deal. Yeah. The point is, I don't know who said, maybe Buddha said, pain happens, but suffering is optional. Yeah. What does it mean? It means, okay, so you got out of whack, but are you going to stay there and analyze all day long why you're suffering? Why are you in pain? Because let's see how you arrive at suffering, how people do arrive at suffering, because I really studied these folks. I contemplated how people really get from pain to suffering. Yeah. Okay, this is how they get to pain from suffering. Okay, let's say you get upset about something. And you go into analyzing why you got upset, who got you upset, how not to be upset, what else? Psychologize the whole thing. You new age it, you have wounds, now you're very busy healing your wounds. Yeah, you got wounded. It means you dwell on it and you go from pain to suffering. See, because you dwell on it. That's how it happens. Yeah, you build an energy field here, and you know now how people suffer. And it is a choice, folks. They really make this choice very consciously to suffer. That is also my conclusion, which I congratulated myself, because I think that's wisdom in itself. They really choose to suffer. Yeah. So, okay. So why? Because let's say they did get hurt here. Maybe you fell down, maybe somebody hurt your feelings or whatever. Yeah? Here's what your inner being does when you do that. Yeah. Are you following my drawing?
You're talking to me?
Of course I am. You asked me this question.
Of course I am. I've just got it on mute because of the cat.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. So are you actually doing this? Are you actually doing this drawing?
No, I will if you want me to.
Yeah, or are you following what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. It didn't look like, but anyhow. All right. So now here's what your inner being is doing. As soon as you come in your point in your being, yeah, before you go into self-analyzing or emotionally out of whack, yeah, it meets you there, right? Yeah. Okay, so you went from your knowledge and you got out of whack into the linear timeline because you think, if I fix this, I'm gonna be well. Yeah, I need to fix this in order to go back here. You see? Which is like, this is how you create suffering. See? You're trying to fix this, wholeness of being, or you're trying to fix lack, bring it back into wholeness, which is actually how you create wound and victimhood, yeah? The wound, and victimhood scenario or template, yeah, you see? This is how you create that. But actually within your being, it happens this way. It takes you from here. It says, come back to inner being, come back to your structure. Let me see if I can draw this. I drew it somewhere. Yeah. Let's do this so it's more clear for you. I'm going to draw another infinite sign. Okay, so you go here and you go out of whack. Yeah, you went outside of yourself, but your inner being catches you here in self-awareness, and it says, pain happens, or shit happens. Yeah, and if you continue to go, what does it say? But suffering is optional. Why? Because you are a sovereign being choosing to focus in the opposite direction of what you want. Yeah, because you don't want to suffer, right? That's what I mean. Some people really do. They love to suffer. And they make a conscious choice to do so. But your inner being meets you here. It tells you this. Yeah. And then it says you could go into suffering, your attention, and dwell in there, or you could come back into yourself like this.
Pull the paper down, please.
Oh, sorry. Can you guys see? This is so... That's why I don't like to draw free-handed, because kind of messy, but okay. Here's again. This is point of pain and when suffering begins, which is optional, yeah? your inner being says, come back to yourself. Yeah, back. Says, come back to yourself. Yeah, like this. Okay, now you'll understand what I'm saying. Back to yourself, come back to yourself, come back. This is the movement in your eyes as well, in the inner eyes. That's why I say you have let me see if I could show it to you, because I drew it this morning. I drew it this morning because I had a moment of that. I had a moment of out of alignment, which is no big deal, guys. No big deal. That's why you are out of the alignment, so you can prove to yourself that you could align. Yeah. See? Can you see this?
Mm-hmm.
It says, come back to yourself, come back to yourself. See the arrow? Come back into your structure. Meaning come back into your blueprint, come back within the living library, come back within the womb of creation. You see? It calls you right back in. It calls you into the present moment here and now, into the natural timeline as an alignment to the magnetic or crystallizing point of focus. It calls you back to coil into the womb of the egg as the new version of you, or the oneness within the two perspectives. You see? And it's good you asked me that, because this is how it happens.
I like the little being down there.
The little being is the third version of you. Yeah. Because again, you are the two within the one. Now it's still within the one, remember? This is still the structure. Go to the series called The Two Within the One. It's still the original structure. It's just perceived in distortion because you have this filter. You see? So inner being knows that this, it's exactly the same thing like this, but it's just perceived in distortion, and that's when suffering starts to begin. Yeah. So now we know how your inner being brings you back into alignment. Yeah. I'm gonna draw this better for you guys so you could see it. Draw yourself. Yeah, the infinite, number 8, infinite, because, but you have to draw this. There you go. Yeah. Draw that. And every time you are out of whack, do this drawing. Yeah. Don't just look at that one, do this drawing so you could feel, or let your inner being. That's what I mean, is when you stay within your being, you don't even have to draw this. I'm just drawing it because it happened in my being. Yeah, this is how it happens in your being. Okay, so that's what I have to say about that. Just like, who said that?
Don't know who said that.
Who said that? What's that movie? That's what I have to say about it.
Don't know.
I can think about it, I know, but that's what I have to say about it. Yeah. And now we're going back to, because not a lot of people, but some people seem to have this still stuckness on on the shadow universe. Yeah. And all that means to me, it translates, is that they still spend a lot of time observing the shadow universe for whatever reason. Yeah. Maybe they choose to, or maybe they think they could get knowledge from there. Maybe they still don't understand, you know, that I've been saying for 5 years, you don't get anything out of there. Whatever the reason is, I don't know, and I don't care, because that's not where we should focus on. Huh? And sometimes people still focus there because they're usually the only one in a family. There's always one in a family that's really following their inner journey, and you might be the one in there. So you're trying to understand maybe what is still going on with them, and you're still looking at their shadow version, trying to figure out why they're still out of whack and why they're not enlightened. And when are they going to come along? Yeah. But you see, from my drawing today, you could understand as well that inner being meets simultaneously the social engineer persona in that point where they have a choice to turn pain into suffering. You see? Understand them in the structure of their template, not in their behavior. Don't get caught into their behavior and to the explanations about why they're doing this crazy thing. There is no end to that. We have 10,000 millions of kinds of explanations. They're doing this because they were wounded in childhood, or they were doing this because whatever, you know, they drag some versions of themselves, you see, from the mirror, because being wounded, perceiving yourself as being wounded, whether it was in childhood or now or yesterday or a minute ago when you got upset, it means only one thing. Yeah, that you're perceiving yourself in distortion. That's all in the structure of consciousness you get. Don't go in there and you analyze. Huh? You just understand structurally what just happened. So you could feel immediately in your being how your being is turning you back and coiling you back into your self-knowledge, into balance, into alignment, into peace, into stillness, into what is real. Yeah. Because in the mirror, what do you have there? You have what is called an intercessory principle. Yeah. Why do you suffer? All those explanations don't get you anywhere. It only perpetuates the suffering. The intercessory principle is what seems to present itself as a solution to your problem.
So weird.
It's the weirdest realm ever, because it's not real. You see, that's why it's so weird in there. You see? So now you have that intercessory principle as I always said, the man made God, because it's coming from false light. Yeah? You're taking clues from whoever goes and blah, 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 all kinds of philosophies based, lack-based. Yeah, that says you're not whole, you fall from grace, and it doesn't necessarily have to be religious. Remember, people don't buy into religions nowadays, but they buy into narratives. They have no base in structures. If you ask people, what do you base your premises on? You see? Or ask yourself when you hear that, or somebody's, or what somebody's throwing you out of whack. Yeah, you have discernment. Where are they speaking from? Is it lack-based? Are they talking about how wounded and suffering we are and not knowing what to do? That's how you know. They're speaking from fear-based, lack-based, false premises. And then they project on a screen, which is fake. It's really fake in nature. Yeah. And an image which is not a natural timeline. It doesn't belong. That story does not belong to the natural timeline. Why? Because it's not in alignment. It's not at the same frequency, core energy frequency. It's out of whack. So it doesn't even make it into the timeline, the natural you. It doesn't. It just stays in a box in there, yeah, on its own, continuing its suffering in a dead cemetery, yeah, into the dead corpses of the social engineer persona.
No idea.
Yeah. And now the oracle has spoken again, like I always say, we are a living oracle. Why? Because we reveal that which is known to be so. Yeah, you're the authority and the authorship of your own journey. You have this absolute sense of discernment that is so accurate, acute, precise. Look at this. Yeah. Do you think that it lives its life taking clues from social engineer persona? It just is. Yeah. It doesn't even know it's a hawk. It just is. Yeah. Beingness. And so are we, because consider this. If I want to go and get a glass of water, yeah, I know exactly my body, this body of consciousness, has so much precision in direct perception. Yeah? It knows exactly how it has mapped, it has spatial orientation, is everything in order to grab this glass. It's doing it in direct perception. It doesn't need thoughts, it doesn't need feelings, it doesn't need anything. It just knows. It knows how to grab, knows how to hold it, knows how to bring it, like it doesn't go and spill it all over. Yeah, when you're out of whack, you don't hold this glass right. And you spill it all over and you miss your mouth. You see how much intelligence we have at the subatomic level, a direct perception of our being. Or let's say my glass is in my kitchen, I have to go get it. My body knows exactly how many steps. It can calculate how I arrive from this point of perception of my being all the way onto my kitchen counter. Yeah. And from here to there, yeah, how many bodies do I go through? How many versions of myself per nanosecond in order, yeah, in order, and how my consciousness moves through and animates the structure of my body. And that movement we call the passage of time. It moves simultaneously through them all. Yeah. Or in synchronicity, or you could say in divine order. Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
We have just over 4 minutes left. I have brought up and would like to play out on our song we collaborated on titled King of the Mind, the Man-Made God. Do you remember? Yeah? Should we play out on that? Okay.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Okay, everybody. This is a song me and Felicia collaborated on in 2022.
Yeah. I think it was when we did the series 2 within the one, or which one was it? Or the point of focus, it could be as well.
Yeah.
Depending on the date.
Can you hear it, Felicia?
I can't.
You can?
No, I cannot.
Oh, wow. I wonder if anyone else can hear. Or is it just me?
Oh.
No? Okay. I'll stop
Okay.
sharing them. Don't know how that didn't work, but it didn't work. So we'll
Can you post it in the
link it.
comments?
We'll link it to
Link it.
the video. So yeah, people can go and have a listen. So we've got 3 minutes left. So
Yeah, I think it might where we're doing point of focus series, which I will probably put the link to, because I already put the link to with the 2 within the one.
yes.
Yeah.
It was actually 2021
Oh.
not 2022. So it was way back. We can find out exactly when and what may and what episode I sampled. Basically, I sampled Felicia speaking on one of our broadcasts, and I inserted it into some music, which was a sample of a violin player, which I manipulated to sound like a sitar.
Yeah.
So
I remember.
we'll link that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll say goodbye.
Goodbye.
For now.
For now, yeah. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Bye bye. Thank you.